Welcome back to USF1 Sports Edition. We've talked about the NFL, AFC, NFC playoffs. Let's get into college football.
Yes.
This is the game, the national championship. We're finally here. This is next Monday.
Next Monday.
Ohio State, Notre Dame. I don't think a lot of people saw this being the final two.
No.
I think some people might have seen Ohio State improving, but I don't think anyone put Notre Dame there.
No. And they're going to need to change some things next year. So, but that being said, what is your thought on it? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, before we get into that, you say they need to change some things. I would argue that I think they got very lucky. So what was it? 6 teams made it last year. In the past, it was just the top 2, and then way back it was whoever the best record just was like, you win. I think because it's the 7 versus the 8 seed, so Notre Dame's the 7 seed, Ohio State's the 8 seed, they would not even have made the college football playoff last year. So I think it's great that in year 1, 2 teams that wouldn't even have made it last year said, thanks for giving us an opportunity. We're going to prove to you that we, and are they going to go to 16? No, I mean, you can't keep going and going. It's not college basketball. But
they need to change the format on how these teams are ranked because basically the Oregon, Texas, Ohio State was that should have been a championship game. So, yeah, that's just my.
And you get teams like Arizona State, we talked about a few weeks ago. The fact that they were, a 4 seed? I mean, that was insane.
Yeah.
They were way overranked. But getting into this specific game, do you think it's going to be a competitive game? The books have it at Ohio State -8. They're saying this is going to be, and it might creep up to double digits by the time we get to kick off. Is it going to be a blowout, or is Notre Dame going to have a chance here?
This is going to, and this is why they're going to change it next year. It's because this is going to be exactly like the Georgia TCU game a couple years ago, where it wasn't competitive, it wasn't fun to watch, and Ohio State is going to smash Notre Dame. That's just how I think it's going to be. That's just my opinion.
I want to 100% agree with you, and I think that's probably how it goes down based on the way Ohio State's been playing. I think they're just going to smash them. The only caveat would be, so last year when Notre Dame played Ohio State, they shut down a young man named Marvin Harrison Jr., who now plays in the NFL for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Had kind of a down year. This year, Texas kind of found that same formula, and they shut down, what's his name, Jeremiah Smith?
Yeah, they're running back.
No, receiver.
A receiver.
Stud receiver.
So
there's people saying that he's going to have a better NFL career than Marvin Harrison. That's early on speculation, got to do the combine and all that. But do you think, since Notre Dame did it against Marvin Harrison, now they saw the formula with Texas doing it this year against the same receiver they're going against, do you think there's a chance that has an outcome in the game, and they bracket him, double team him, bring in a safety?
Yeah, that could happen, but then you got to get past Emeka Egbuka. So Emeka Egbuka has the potential of being another number 1 receiver, I believe, for OSU. So can they shut down both? I don't think so.
No, they can't. They can't. That's a good point. I was actually going to bring that up if you didn't think of it, that Egbuka, I think he had almost 1,000 yards receiving with a complete stud on the other side.
Yep.
So I think he does have a huge game. They shut down Smith. And I think this is Jason Day's, F you to everybody.
Ryan Day?
Ryan Day, sorry.
Good. I'm glad you messed up a coach's name, too.
I was just watching golf.
Dave Campbell.
I was just watching golf. Ryan Day.
Ryan Day. Yeah.
As you can see, she fired. I can't even remember his name. No, Ryan Day, he's been getting so much. You can't beat Michigan. Hasn't beat him. There's the number of days out there. You see fans holding it at different sporting events.
Yeah.
But if you can win the national championship, who the hell cares if you beat Michigan or not?
Yeah.
So we kept saying he's coaching for his job.
Yep.
If he smashes Notre Dame, they win the national championship, he is going to be able to coach there as long as he wants.
Yeah, and then he'll have another shot next year to beat Michigan. So I was down. I thought for sure he was going to crap the bed in the playoffs. He did not. He brought the team. He must be a good coach because they totally dominated throughout this. I mean, the Texas game was a little closer than I expected, but I still covered on that one because they won. But I think this is going to be a blowout. And I feel bad because Notre Dame, props to Marcus Freeman, not Morgan Freeman, Marcus Freeman.
The coach,
The coach. because he did a great job with this, but I don't think they're going to compete.
I love watching him on the sidelines. He's so young guy,
handsome,
great demeanor, just calm. Reminds me of like a young Tomlin, just a chill dude. But I mean,
they respect him.
They run the ball. Jeremiah Love, what do you have? 1,100 yards, 17 touchdowns this season. So can they run the ball against Ohio State? And I think the answer is no. So they're going to be forced to pass. That's not what they do.
No, and then that's going to force interceptions.
Yeah.
And I think that they have absolutely no chance.
I think it's going to get out of control early. And then I don't even think the whole bracketing and shutting down Jeremiah Smith's going to matter because they're just going to be running the clock out in the second half. And
I hope that they blow them out because I think that will absolutely change how they seed the teams next year.
And it'll make my brother happy.
And it will make who else?
Natalie
happy.
My niece happy, and a lot of people in my friends and
family.
And
Boogie is also a huge Ohio State fan. So.
A lot of people will be happy about it. I won't really care. But I'll be happy for them because that's what you're supposed to say.
Well, we live in Ohio, so go Ohio.
I guess. But I just don't like Notre Dame. My problem with Notre Dame, and this is real quick, if you refuse to join a conference in 2025 we're in now, like, who are you? Like, this, okay, old school days, I get it, but join a freaking conference or I'm going to hate you more.
Yeah, and put a sticker on your helmet.
You like the little Buckeyes they put on there?
Yeah.
All right.
Come on.
Well, thanks for joining us for another episode. It's a little special sports one. We will be bringing some fresh, we're going to do some F1 coming up soon. There is some news.
There's some news
we want to bring to you. We want to get a little sneak peek on the news?
Ooh, sneak peek. We're going to be we'll have a short. You want to just talk about, we'll have a quick short on big news. Franco Colapinto.
I love his name.
Joining Alpine. And we'll talk about kind of the conspiracy theory that we believe is going to happen.
All right. Love you.
Follow us on YouTube at the United States of F1, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at United States F1. Copyright Brugman Media Limited 2025.